I took 2 classes at Paris 4 with the Sorbonne in art history, and it was really big lecture halls with everyone tapping on their laptops.
The structure of the universities in Paris, they're a lot more like commuter schools, and so the way to really engage with students would be to get involved with extracurricular activities. And they have a lot of things, I mean, like any university.
You're on your own, you're completely immersed with other French students.
I got enrolled in the University of Paris 7 and I loved it a lot.
For instance, I had a final presentation project where I had to work with 2 other French students in my class. And that was one of the moments that caused me the greatest anxiety, but also had the greatest outcome because one, I was relieved to just be comprehensible in French, but then more than that to really make friends with these people and also to be with people my own age who are French.
When you are constantly listening to French, constantly speaking to French, constantly reading French, constantly writing French, you will get there much faster than you think.
Sounds a bit intimidating, but it's not that intimidating, especially because there's a lot of support from the teachers at Reed Hall and just the Reed Hall staff. It wasn't a bad experience.
I remember this class being very interesting because it was definitely not the way we taught psychology at Wesleyan in the United States. Usually we would quote more researchers, reading more examples. It was just like more empirical than the way psychology is taught in France.
It definitely wasn't as collaborative as it was at Vassar. It was more of a lecture style, which again I wasn't super used to, but it was really interesting to immerse myself that way, listening to French and getting not only a French experience, but just a big university experience. I also took 2 classes at Reed Hall, which are also taught in French, but all of the other people in the class are also students with VWPP.
It was very easy to integrate with the classes for the VWPP.
They were also learning French like I was, and the professor was aware of that, and it was small class sizes and collaborative.
The classes that I took at the Vassar Wesleyan program were very interesting material and also very easy to digest. The teachers there were very willing to assist in whatever ways they can.
The teachers knew that they were teaching American students, so they were very supportive, always looking to see where they could help us.
And the great thing about this class was that we got the opportunity to go to a whole bunch of museums that I might not have seen or might not have had the time to see or just might not have gotten myself to go to.
There's something for everyone, and I think that it's a really great way to really get involved with Parisian culture.
And going on the VWPP program, you can really just learn a lot, and you can learn in a way that isn't this very traditional, very institutionalized, sitting in a classroom, taking notes from a professor, or reading a textbook. That the sort of learning that happens when you're in Paris on the program is the best kind of learning, and that it's experiential, it involves you doing things.
And that was a good matching, that we had those really big French lecture halls with other French students who I didn't know, which was a little intimidating. And then to also have the classes at Reed Hall kind of as home base. And that was nice because the professors understood where I was coming from, that I was learning French.
And at the very least, it can change how you think of yourself and think of your education.